What's going on, everybody? So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the newest release just released by Happyland Studio. Have not taken a look at the notes as per usual with these first impressions. I want to go in as blind as I can be, see how I feel about it, what I believe I smell, then compare it to the notes and see just how accurate I was. Kind of a fun little game for myself. We are talking about Gaelic Mist, the newest edition. So stay tuned. Okay, here we go. Now, based on the label, I do know it's supposed to be relatively fresh. EJ did tell me he guesses technically it's another freshie from him. But freshies from him aren't just citrus bombs, so I highly doubt this is going to be something along those lines. I only need about half of a spray. You see that giant wet spot, so that's going to be more than enough. Got a lemon smell. So it does have a lot of citrus, actually. Lemony, soapy, kind of minty. Almost a fougere kind of thing going on, but more fresh greens than spicy greens. Yeah, oh yeah, there's more spicy greens dialing in quickly. So the opening blast is a lot of lemon, though. I got plenty of lemon. There's a couple of different green notes that offer freshness and offer spice at the same time. This is my cup of tea when it comes to fresh fragrances. In springtime, I mean, this smells like a spring fragrance, so ideal time to release something like this. So you hit the nail on the head, EJ. Damn, this is fresher than Shameless. I would consider this the freshest fragrance from the house based on what I'm smelling in the top here. It's got that aromatic fougere vintage vibe to it. Now I'm not saying it smells exactly like them, but these are the fragrances that come to mind. Dior Eau Sauvage, Naughton & Wilson Bon Viveur, Chanel Platinum Egoiste, but not so much to the extent of that, because that's much more of a barbershop smell. But as far as the herbal components to it, the freshness up top with the herbaceous components in the heart of that fragrance, that's why I say that one. But yeah, this is pleasant. There's a nice supportive spiciness to these greens. The citrus isn't overdone or not enough at the same time, so it's pretty well balanced in the top. This is more of a spicy green fragrance than it is mega fresh citrus, but there is a mega fresh citrus in the top. As it starts to settle in, though, it almost smells like, because it's so lemony and so grassy green at the same time, like there might be some lemongrass in here. Maybe lemongrass basil kind of combo, to where you still get some fresh grassy green smell, but you get some more of that spicy herbaceous component like the basil can offer. Pretty confident there's some basil in here. I'm thinking that seems like a good combo, a lemongrass basil combination. Maybe that's why I thought Bon Viveur, because I know Bon Viveur has lemongrass in it. I say I know, I'm pretty sure it does. If I remember correctly, if my memory serves me correctly, it has lemongrass. Not a lot of sweetness here. There's an underlying backdrop of it, like maybe there's a little hint of tonka bean in the base of this fragrance. This is not a playful freshie. This is a freshie for a great fresh fragrance for work. For example, this absolutely smells like a great work fragrance, first and foremost. But it also smells like one that can go t-shirt, but dresses up more and more as you want it to. Not a really serious fragrance. I wouldn't really want to go suit and tie with this one unless it's in the summertime. Summertime, this could be a good suit and tie fragrance. because it's got enough refinement to the scent profile, but a lot of freshness at the same time to where that could work with a light gray suit, something like that, in the summertime for a business professional. So I could see it working there. That'd be an ideal situation for the summer. Spring and fall, this is a nice V-neck. This is a polo shirt. This is a light Oxford. That's what I envision when I smell this fragrance. I like this more than Cripple Creek, the last release. And I think reason being is because the warm weather's coming and I'm not really going to be reaching for Cripple Creek. The little bit I wanted to wear it, I wore it because I'm getting more mild spring weather than I am cooler weather. And that's a dense bourbon whiskey fragrance that's better for the cool weather. This is going to be spring, certain summer situations, and early fall. So the idea, what I think would be ideal scenarios and seasons and situations and all that for this fragrance are upcoming. So it's a great timing. Definitely great timing for EJ. Definitely spicy green. A lot of spicy greens. It's not really changing a whole lot. And there's a little bit of like a cedar smell for the wood. So let's pull these notes up and see what's in here. Okay, so I've got it pulled up here. And I'm going to give you the little rundown of the inspiration for this, and then we'll add the notes to the screen. Gaelic Mist is the second Happyland release designed with warmer months in mind, inspired by a trip to Scotland, which included about 5 days spent exploring the Highlands. The landscapes were breathtaking, the hills, the lochs, and the ruins of castles, and the mist-filled valleys. I wanted to design a fragrance that will remind me of how it felt being there, and this is the result. Okay, so that strange note, I couldn't figure out what it was. Apparently it was fig. So notes are lemon, orange, fig, iris, rose, violet leaf, sandalwood, vetiver, oak moss, cardamom, and musk. So that spicy green component I was getting is clearly oak moss. Okay, that makes sense. It didn't really smell mossy. It smelled more like a basil type of thing to me, but the oak moss makes sense here. Violet leaf, I don't really get so much. I don't get a lot of rose. Iris, it's more of an earthy floral tone that I was getting, but it's not real prominent and heavy. There's a lot of vetiver that I pick up here, and it's a fresh green vetiver, woody vetiver as well. It's a fresh vetiver, definitely not earthy in any way. But the fig note is that strange note I couldn't figure out what the hell it was I'm smelling. That's got to be the fig. Most of the time, fig comes across rather juicy, but I'm not getting a ton of juiciness here. The lemon, that was shining through and through. Sandalwood and musk, so it smelled like a cedar wood to me. Cedar wood's a little bit more edgy, of a more rough and rugged. What's the best way to describe cedar? So cedar's kind of almost got a dirtier edge to it. It's got more of that sharp wood smell most of the time, and that's kind of how it was coming across here. I don't get a ton of creaminess. A little bit, but it doesn't jump out at me as sandalwood. So a little off here, but overall, the freshness, the citrus, the lemon mixed with some dense green, that actually makes a lot of sense because the spice could be coming from the cardamom and the oak moss. There's my spicy greens. The vetiver can add to that green aspect. Definitely goes with the woody nuance that I'm getting. I think there's got to be more vetiver here than sandalwood for sure, because I don't really get a strong sandalwood smell or a lot of creaminess or anything. The violet leaf is starting to peek its head out a little more. And I don't get a lot of rose, and it's not distinctively a iris bomb, but there is a nice, mild, slightly earthy floral tone that's lending itself in the heart of this fragrance, an early dry down, now that the citruses have settled down quite a bit, and it's not as prominent and in my face as it was in the top. So I could see there the floral tone, but not assertively, this is iris, or assertively, this is rose. I think the way it's blended, it just kind of works together to create this earthy floral tone to go with the earthy components like oak moss. But the vetiver, I like that it's a fresh vetiver that EJ used here because the pretty heavy dose of oak moss that's given this earthy, herbal, spicy type of tone mixing with that cardamom. I think it might have made it too earthy if it was like a smoky vetiver, if you will. So this is definitely a great fresh fragrance. I don't know if I like it more than Shameless. Shameless is still my number one because it's such a crowd pleaser. It's my favorite from the house. But this is definitely going to get some wear. At the recording of this, at the day this video goes live anyways, I think this is going to be my scent of the day. I really dig this. I really dig this. If you like fresh citrus green fougere style fragrances, because it smells more like a fougere than a chypre, even though it's got a lot of oak moss. It definitely smells more on the green side. I like this a lot. Performance, as per usual, I'm sure will be stellar. Yet to be determined, of course, but it's no slouch coming off of my hand, I'll tell you that. So I'm pretty excited about this one. More excited about this one than I was with Cripple Creek. I mean, EJ never releases a bad fragrance. They're always, at the least, a pretty good fragrance on up to a great fragrance. And I think this, for my taste, this is a great fragrance. Cripple Creek was pretty good. I think for my taste, this is great. I'm really going to enjoy this. I'm wearing this one tomorrow. And that's my first impressions on the new Gaelic Mist from Happyland Studio. Until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. And before I forget, just popped in my head, I was about to get away from this video and forget to tell you guys that I have an additional bottle to give away to one lucky winner. So what do you have to do to enter the giveaway to get a full-size 50 ml bottle of Gaelic Mist? All you have to do is make sure to like this video. Make sure you subscribe to TLTG Reviews. In the comments down below, put TLTG and the name of the fragrance, Gaelic Mist, which I'll have on screen to help you spell. And of course, you'll be able to see it clear as day in the thumbnail and the title as well in case you're having trouble spelling it. Continental United States only. I'll leave this open for about a week. I will pin the winning comment and reply to the winning comment to alert the winner that they won the giveaway. Once again, like this video, subscribe to TLTG Reviews, comment down below TLTG Gaelic Mist, Continental United States only, and one lucky winner will get a full 50 ml bottle of this new release from Happyland Studio. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on this and you give it a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Good luck to everybody that enters. Have a good one, guys.